On this edition of the Citi Newsroom, we are coming to you from the CID headquarters here in Accra, where the national chairman of the People's National Convention, PNC, Bernard Mornah, has been invited by the CID to respond to some comments he is alleged to have made, and same comments the police deem has some criminal elements to it. And so Mr. Bernard Mornah has arrived at the CID headquarters and has gone in. We have some supporters of Bernard Mornah here who have defied the rains to show their support or to solidarize with Bernard Mornah here at the CID headquarters. Chief, Bernard has been invited, he has gone in, but why are you out here in the rain?
I'm sure you saw us coming together. We're supposed to go in together with him. The police decided that they will select some of our members from the political parties on that platform that he was speaking. You know, it's an inter-party resistance coalition.
Do we know how many people were allowed in?
About five plus his lawyers, 2 lawyers.
The invitation was to him. So why did all of you decide to join him here?
We are here to show that solidarity and to tell the whole country, the whole world, that there are people are resisting that attempt or that approach that the EC is using.
We are not in normal times. We have coronavirus to fight, and then now as we stand here, we are at the mercy of the weather. Is it worth the risk?
Have you followed what is happening in America? This is the power of the people. We are not in normal times, but still, this is all about the voters register. The EC is attempting to disenfranchise Ghanaians by introducing certain requirements that we know most Ghanaians don't have.
So let me engage some more people who are also here.
I have a Ghana card. My firstborn had a Ghana card. But I don't believe that my mother who gave birth to me, I don't believe my father who gave birth to me have a Ghana card. So is it Nana Akufo-Addo and J. Mensah want to tell me that I am more Ghanaian? My son is more Ghanaian than my mother? It cannot be possible. Nobody is here to fight. We are here to demonstrate for our rights. You see, it is the time for we, the youth, must stand for the rights. We shouldn't allow ourselves to be bought because of money.
It's as though some libation is being poured.
President Nana Akufo-Addo, one kind of money akashi, but no use of police be here against someone be here. Oko jogba, ko jogba, nibi oba na. Ona IGP won chabu won kabo akasi mabona mana mama he ajeme kodo kala hawo no kala ya.
So the supporters, not so much of a crowd, but then again we know 2 or 3 can be a crowd, and so the police has left no stone unturned. They are here fully geared and armored to forestall any mishap that may occur. And so at the entrance of the CID headquarters, we have a number of them lined up. You can see them with their shields. There's a few we're seeing with tear gas guns, ready for whatever may arise here at the headquarters of the police CID. Here, the various drivers, tooting their horns, driving with their hazard indicators on, tooting their horns. And the thing is, when the drivers toot their horns, it seems to energize the crowd the more, and so the chanting also increases. We can see some of them pouring onto the road now, as if they know the occupants of these particular vehicles. So the actions of the crowd are causing somewhat of vehicular traffic on this stretch. The police are on hand though to direct the flow of traffic, but it's obvious the motorists are looking to catch a glimpse of exactly what is happening. We've seen some notable persons some members of parliament. The Honorable A.B.A. Fuseni is here. Welcome to the Citi Newsroom, sir. Why are you in the rain at a time where you could have been home resting, sir?
Yes, it is because our democracy is on the verge of being compromised by Nana Akufo-Addo and his government.
Why do you say
today, even the freedom or the inalienable right of Ghanaians to speak is being threatened? Master, I'm sure you are on record. What did Bernard Mornah say? He said that we will resist any attempt to disenfranchise Ghanaians. And that is very true. I standing here, I'm a member of parliament. I swear my father, in the constituency, let them attempt to remove one name. They will see what will happen there. We will resist them to the last because we will not allow them to remove anybody's name.
There's some level of noise coming in from the motor riders. It's obvious that these motor riders are somewhat supporters of this action. Now we can hear the cars also tooting their horns. Some genuinely to have access way or to create access and pass through. Others also to cheer the protesters or the supporters on. Honorable, welcome to the Citi Newsroom. What do you make of the invitation of Bernard Mornah to the CID and then the subsequent protests ongoing here?
We are speaking and sending a message to authorities and to the powers that be. You can always seek to suppress the will of the people, but you can never completely suppress the will of the people. As far as we are concerned, the invitation of Bernard Mornah is an affront to free speech. It's an affront to free speech. It shall not be allowed. We will continue to oppose oppressors.
That was Honorable Sam Nake George, MP for Ningo Pram, also registering his support for what is going here at the headquarters. And so the protest is ongoing here. But let's go to our correspondent, our security correspondent, Anna Seidu, who was here earlier to bring us up to speed with how or why it had to take him so long to enter the CID headquarters and indeed what the situation was like earlier in the day. Tell us, when you got here, what was the atmosphere like?
At about 10 a.m. when I got here, members of IPRON and Bernard Mornah were already around. They were around the fire service headquarters traffic light. On that side, they stayed. And on the other side, where the police headquarters is, we had a human barricade formed by police officers, backed by a black Maria and a water cannon. There was this team that negotiated between the police and the team. So they will come, speak to the police, the leader of the police, go back and communicate to them. And the message was clear. The police didn't want to allow the crowd, that was over 50 people, almost 100 people, they didn't want to allow them in, and they communicated that to them. Later there was a compromise and they agreed that 20 of Bernard Mornah's supporters should come with him. So they walked from the fire service traffic light to the CID gate. And there was another confrontation because the police wanted to still downsize the number to only Bernard Mornah and his legal counsel. But supporters of Bernard wanted to join him into the police CID headquarters for questioning.
Right. Thank you very much. Anna Seidu, our man on the beat, bringing us up to speed with what transpired earlier with respect to the invitation of Bernard Mornah and then, of course, the subsequent protest by members of the inter-party resistance against the new voters register. Stay with us as we bring you more on this particular matter.